We're gonna be doing my first MTB Pro Box Challenge.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Oh, no way. No way. That's a fish. Oh, there we go. First fish. First fish of the day. Oh, God, it's a big one.
Boys and girls, welcome back to another video. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm fishing, but I'm sure most of you already recognize where I am fishing because I've filmed 2 or 3 videos here already, but we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be doing my first MTB Pro Box Challenge, and the reason why I've come back to this pond to do this challenge is because I've already seen the baits and I already know what the bass are feeding on in this pond. So let's open it up and show you guys what are in here, even though I've already seen it, but you guys haven't. So first bait in this box is a rage tail. It's got coffee scented. I'm not sure if these are gonna work here because I've already fished with baits like this and they weren't eating in them, but that's the first bait. We have some Biospond Exo Sticks sprayed grass. I think that's the color. But these look pretty juicy. I'm not sure, again, I'm not sure if they're gonna eat these because they were only eating moving baits last time I was here. These, on the other hand, are definitely going to work. Can't really see them, but those look perfectly like the shads in here. Big Bite Baits Pro Series, designed to bring the big bite to your line. These, I think, are definitely gonna work. We got this little, it's got like a little underspin kind of, I think it's a hard bait. Divinator Mini, this is what it looks like. Little white hard bait with a little spinner at the bottom. It's super small, so it might catch some small fish, but this I feel like is also gonna work here. Spinner bait always works. It's a pretty windy day, made by Ketchco Pro Series spinnerbait. It's a chartreuse color, perfectly for the stained water. That should definitely work. This is my 6th bait in here. Flat Balsa B2 MTB exclusive. What does it say? Bagley? I think that's the company name. I think that I pronounced that wrong, but it's a little crankbait there. That should definitely work. I just caught a fish on a crankbait at this pond last week. The last bait, we got some Wacky Rig drop shot hooks, which I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do these 2 baits together, the hooks and the Biospond worms. And then we got this little topwater. It's called Amazing Baits, the Runt, little topwater bait. Probably not going to be using that. They weren't really eating, well, they might eat this, I don't know. But we're going to have to tie all these baits on because I obviously haven't tied them on yet, so we'll see how it goes. We got some really good baits that hopefully will work here. We got at least 3 baits that are definitely gonna work here, if not all of them. But anyways, that is enough talking, and so let's get to fishing, get these rigged up, and get started with fishing. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
We're gonna start with the spinner bait. This should definitely catch a fish. The first time using a chartreuse bait, but it has a little bit of white on it, so it should still work. And it is stained water, so it's definitely a perfect pond to be throwing this spinner bait. We're gonna go over here to the right side of the pond where I caught most of the fish last week. I'm not seeing a ton of commotion on the surface, so we'll see. See how it goes. I don't have a trailer on here on the spinnerbait, it's just a hook. It doesn't have a trailer hook on it either, so we'll see how the hookup ratio is going to be. I might have to put a, of course I use the spinnerbait without a trailer hook on it. I did have a Saucy Swimmer as the trailer. This one doesn't have a trailer on it. I'm going to do it just plain and see how it works. It should do pretty well though. This challenge doesn't take too long. It shouldn't. I mean, most of the bait, if I have to move to a different pond, I'll probably have to do that for probably a couple of the baits. Gosh darn, that was there's a bass right there. You know what? These bass, I don't know, they don't seem to want the spinnerbait right now, but maybe let's try one of the bottom baits, something a little bit more of a slower presentation. I'm actually going to grab all my rods, but the rod I'm going to use next is the Texas rig bait. Also have this little swim bait, which the hook is not exactly the best. I have to change the hook on that one. Swim bait's a little too small for the hook. I mean, they got it. They definitely have to hit this. I've been catching them on like pure white, silverish white. I've been catching them on like purple, browns, and black. So there's no way they're gonna not eat a chartreuse bait. Actually, change of plans. We're gonna throw this little swim bait because maybe there's only small fish right now, and I don't really. I just want to finish the baits. I want to get this slam complete. It doesn't really matter what the size of the bass are. I mean, it would be nice to catch like a good size one, decent size one, but if they're all going to be small, then it doesn't really matter to me. Man, I didn't think I was going to cast that far. That one's got some great action on it. This has to get a bite. I mean, I definitely think the reason why I use the weighted hook is because this bait's pretty light and I don't really have super light tackle, or not tackle, setups that I can throw light tackle on. So I'm thinking best bet is to use a weighted hook, and it definitely is working. I cast it like pretty decently far for the size of the bait. Oh, there we go, first fish of the day. Oh god, it's a big one. First fish of the day, guys, on the little swim bait. That is a decent sized one. I don't know how I'm gonna get this in, but I gotta try. I'm gonna try something. Small hook, come on, come on. Got him. There we go, first fish of the day. And first lure completed. That is a decent size, probably a 2-pounder.
Well, it took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take, but hey, first fish of the day, and it's a decent size. I would say probably like a 2-pounder, maybe 2.5. Not bad, just caught it, just had to walk down a little bit past this little bush here, and there's a little tree. I think I had third cast over there where I walked to, and we got this nice sized bass. Beautiful fish, very healthy. Hook's right in the corner of the mouth. Look at that. That's a perfect spot. But as the first fish of the day, first bait completed. We have 6 more baits, I think. I knew this one was gonna work. I knew this bait was gonna work. It just, you know, it's just gonna take some time to figure it out. And I saw a splash. I don't know if it was the same bass, but I saw a splash and then I had a bite right after that. So I think this was the same fish that I saw. And I got some kind of burn on me. Oh yeah, look at that. Not sure if you guys can see that, but I'm bleeding. There was like tall grasses over there. I'm not sure what kind of plant it is, but it clearly is probably a plant I shouldn't have been messing around with. Last look at it before I let her go. Man, it's got like a little bloody tail right there. It's got some sharp teeth. They're definitely eating bait fish right now. And hey, first fish of the day. Let's frickin' go. Boom.
I'm gonna release it right here. Sweet, let's frickin' go. So I don't know if they want something a little bit small, like a smaller presentation. Maybe I just haven't found a big enough fish yet to eat. I mean, this spinnerbait's small. It's probably the smallest spinnerbait I own. And you guys saw that fish I just caught. It was probably at least 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. And that bass is big enough to eat this, but I don't know. Maybe that was just a lucky catch because, like I said, I did see like a little like splash on the surface, and then I got like a strike, a bite right after it disappeared. So it could have been the same fish. It could have been just a lucky cast. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was probably the craziest bite I've had so far today. Saw a fish come up to the bait. Saw the whole fish. It was a pretty decent size. Probably 2 feet in front of me. Damn it. He like literally swiped at it. That was a pretty aggressive hit. I missed the hook set, of course. How did he miss it? Oh my God. They're not really that sharp. That's probably why I missed it. You're kidding me. That would have been the second fish. Let's see if he comes back. Probably not, because I don't know, I don't think I hooked him. He might come back. But that was definitely the weirdest bite I've had so far today.
I was sitting down editing this video, and the second day did not go the way I was planning it to go, or it just didn't go my way like I wanted it to. I only caught one more fish. The second day I went to the same pond that you guys saw in the clips previously, and I'm just gonna talk a little bit about how the second day went down, and then the plan is to move to the third and final day where I've used every single lure, almost could have used every single lure at one pond to different ponds. But before we show that footage, I want to show you a little bit of the footage that I filmed the second day. I did catch one fish, so I'll show you that, and then show you all the mistakes that I had after catching that one fish.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God. What in the world? I thought this bait wasn't gonna work. Oh my God, are you kidding me? That is a big bass. I literally just flipped into the tree. Look at that in the corner of the mouth. Perfect. Not barely hooked.
Woo! Let's go! Let's go. I literally, first time flipping into like a tree. There's literally a tree right here. Flipped it in there. I think I did like 3 twitches with my rod. Felt like a tiny bite, but I didn't even realize it was gonna be this big. Its tail's like really messed up. I don't know if something like grabbed its tail, or there's no other, I mean, besides turtles, that would be the only other thing that would probably eat this size of a fish. But there's no snapping turtles, so I don't know. I don't think they're spawning, but second fish of the challenge, 2 baits complete, a bait that I didn't think I was going to catch a fish on at this pond, but hey, that doesn't matter to me. Wow. And this is probably, I mean, this is the first fish of the day. Today's going to be a really good fishing day. I mean, that's a decent size. That's got to be at least 3 pounds. Barely hooked too, but last look at it before I let her go, I already got some pictures, so this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I love fishing at this pond. This is like my 4th or 5th time here. Once I figured them out, like, this pond's been insane for me. But we're gonna put her back now. Put her back exactly where...
I got her. Okay, maybe not there because there's reeds and I don't want to get cut again. I'm gonna put her right here where it's open. There she goes. And I was recording. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. All right.
So I caught that one fish, pretty decent sized fish, flipped underneath the tree. Craziest thing I've ever done. Like, that's the first time I've ever flipped underneath the tree. Took like 3 twitches with the rod. It's something crazy like that. But I kept throwing a bunch of different lures that I got in the box throughout the day, and it just got progressively worse throughout the rest of the day after catching that fish. I've never had this happen before. I go and cast my spinning setup, and as soon as I go and cast the rod, the top part of it comes off, goes straight into the water.
Oh, what is going on with me today? I'm making so many mistakes.
Man, I don't know if it was loose at the top or something, but good thing that the line didn't break, because that would have been really bad. I would have only had the bottom half of the rods left over. I wouldn't be able to use the rod anymore. I would have had to get rid of it and get a completely new fishing setup. But thank God I was able to reel it back in and put it back together. And that was basically my entire day of fishing. It just got so much more worse. You know, a few other problems happened too.
fixing this. There's absolutely no way I'm fixing this. It's mono. Well, clearly I need to change my line. All of my line. I just need to take all the line off and change it. Like, I don't know if it's because of the pressure of the bird's nest. When I pulled, the line just snapped, but it's not old line. It's probably like, it's like 4 weeks old. I really don't want to change it.
Probably could have finished every single lure if I didn't completed 2 of the lures at the ponds that you guys just saw. But anyways, that is enough talking, and let's move on to the third and final day. Well, it is the third day of this Mystery Tackle Box Challenge. This is the last time. I have to finish it. I have to get at least most of the baits completed. If I can't get at least 2 or maybe 3 items completed, then that's totally fine. I couldn't give up, especially if it's my first Mystery Tackle Box Challenge. I don't want to give up halfway and not complete it to the max if I can complete all the lures. But anyways, we're at a new pond. I haven't been here in a while, and I can tell there's a lot different. There used to be a ton of like scum and other nasty stuff on top of the surface, and now nothing on top. It's flooded. I used to be able to walk down to right there, and that's actually really good because some of the baits go down a little bit deeper, so that's gonna kind of work to my advantage. But I still have all my stuff in the car. I'm gonna go grab that, and we're gonna finish as many lures at this pond. And I might have to go to, I think the plan is to fish here with like all the lures, or at least the lures that I think are to work here, and then I'm probably gonna go back to the pond that I started at, and then if I can't catch any fish at that pond, then we're going to be going to a lake. But anyways, that is enough talking. We're going to go get the stuff, and we're going to start the fishing. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Might have to Texas rig this bait because, I don't know. I mean, I really want to catch a fish on these 2 items because obviously I can complete 2 items in the box. But right there, I mean, I need it to sink faster. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to switch it over to the Texas ring. Or never mind. God. Calm down. Okay. I told you to calm down. Okay, he's not listening. God dang, he got me. Got me good. Are you gonna listen? There you go. Nice little half-pounder, but it's still a fish, and that is 3. I think that's 3 lures completed now. And I didn't have to switch it to the Texas rig. I thought I was going to have to switch it to the Texas rig. Those are done. Those are done. Those are done. These weren't even in the box. These hooks are done. Now I just need the spinner bait, this bait right here, and the top water. Which I'm thinking is going to work at this pond because there's none, like I said in the intro for today, there's nothing on the surface, so nothing's going to get caught on the treble hook. So I'm probably going to be throwing that here. I'm going to go get that spinner bait. It's in my car still. Forgot that's in my car. I really hope I didn't lose my spinner bait. I don't see it in the trunk. Let's double check all the stuff that I brought with me because it was tied onto that Lunkers TV Defender rod, but I can't remember if I backlashed with the spinner bait. I think I did. No, I backlashed with that little white bait. So apparently, don't know where it's at, but I don't think I lost it. I'm gonna have to go back home and find it. I'm gonna have to think of something, but we're gonna move on. I'm gonna do a different lure. This and this top water bait are the last 2 baits, besides the spinner bait and the crankbait that I have to try. And since it's early in the morning, I'm gonna tie on the top water bait right now. I'm gonna have to go back to the car and get that crankbait. I'm not even sure how you're supposed to work this. it's a top water, but it's like, it's got a bill on the front, which kicks up a lot of water. So it's probably kind of like a popper almost, because it does have that little cutout groove here. Let's see how this goes. Gotta calibrate my rod so it falls at a good rating. It's a little too fast. No, I think that's good. Get some casting arm here. Ah, well, this rod's perfect. I keep forgetting this rod can throw like almost like any light bait. You can throw almost anything on it and still cast a mile. What the hell is it? Maybe I can use it as a crankbait, because I think it's supposed to be for top water, but it looks like it's going below the surface of the water, kind of like a crankbait, and it's got the bill like a crankbait, squirrel bill crankbait. So I think I might work it like that. It looks like it sinks. Usually squirrel bill crankbaits, they float. This one sinks, so. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, well, that was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be, and it just came off, and there it goes. Well, that was a fast release. That's I touched it. That's this lure is completed. I did not expect that at all. For this lure to work at this pond, I had to go back to the pond that I started at. Alright, time to switch to a new bait. Can't spend too much time on these lures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must have had more than, because I had the crankbait, this white minnow, and the spinnerbait. So that's actually 8 baits. I thought I had 7. So I still have 3 more baits to complete. Don't know where the spinnerbait is. The crankbait, which I'm going to go get now, is stuck to another rod. So I have to get that untangled. You know what? I'm going to throw all the baits. Watch I catch. I should have just came here, man. Should have just came here. Easier than I thought it was going to be. Still haven't found the spinnerbait, which I think is definitely going to work here. Don't know if this crankbait's going to work. It dives too deep. So I'm thinking this spinning rod or this bait caster rod here, that I'm going to throw my little white minnow made by Iowa. Let's toss it on the bait caster. When the lure hits the ground, you don't want your line to keep spinning, so that's a little too fast. That's perfect. Let's see if we can catch a fish on this little white minnow at this pond. There we go. Oh, that didn't take long. These bass are so dark. It's so weird. They weren't even this dark before last time I was here. I'm not gonna do that. And this is why I brought my pliers out with me, because that is hooked weird. There. That's bleeding a little bit. I gotta release it. I'm gonna toss it. Okay, it's good. It was bleeding a little bit, obviously, because it's a treble hook. It was hooked on its, what is that part? Like its tongue. And usually with treble hooks, they just bleed for some reason. But it's 6 baits complete. We have the spinner bait and the crankbait left to catch a fish on. That's crazy. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. Third time's the charm, you know? That's what people say. And I came early, which I think really helped me. Now, if I catch a fish on this, I am just gonna be so mad because I could have just came here, used every single lure and caught a fish on it. And I thought I had to go to 3 different ponds today. I mean, obviously I still have to go to another pond. So I was thinking the spinnerbait was gonna work here, but I haven't found it yet. And I'm thinking the crankbait's probably not gonna work, but we're gonna give it one more try. Man, it is flooded. Wow. I know we had a lot of rain, but I didn't think we were gonna have this much. I can't even go any further. It goes all the way up to here. Wow, that is a lot of flooding. Oh, no way. No way. That's a fish. Oh my god. Come in. Yes. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I should have just came to this pond. This is ridiculous. Looks like this fish... Oh, this fish has been caught before. Look at that. God, calm down. Do not shake. Do not shake. God. Treble hooks. God, why are these fish shaking so much? Wow, this is unbelievable, honestly. Am I recording? Yep. I didn't think the crankbait was going to work at this pond. I mean, look how big it is. And this pond's not very deep, but last 2 days, actually, it's rained. Now it's all flooded, and the pond is a little bit more deeper, so I was able to catch a fish on the crankbait at this pond.
I'm back home, as you can tell, and I looked through my car and didn't find the spinnerbait. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know if it's still at the pond that I started this video at. I don't know. But anyways, we're just gonna have to end the video. I'm sorry that it's not a full MTB slam, but I made the mistake on not keeping track of the lures, I guess. But we did complete 7, so that's close enough. I thought there were 7 in there, but apparently there was 8 baits, and it took like a lot longer than I thought. It was like it took 3 days to finish this video. Like, I didn't want to give up. I had dedication to finish it. The first ponds, we went there twice. I don't know if it was like because it was midday and it was just hot outside and the fish weren't biting, or if it was like the color of the baits, or the baits I was using, they just didn't want them. But I only completed 2 lures, the little Strike King grub baits and the little jerk minnow at the first pond, and only caught 1 fish per day. On the 3rd and final day, I literally go to 1 pond and almost complete. I could have completed every single lure at this pond. I'm not sure about the jerk minnow, but I definitely could have gotten pretty close to finishing all the lures at that 1 pond that I fished at today. It's just unbelievable that I lost that spinnerbait and I couldn't complete this challenge for you guys. And what surprised me is that little tiny white minnow outperformed any of the other lures. I know I didn't complete the whole box, but we'll have to do another video with a newer box because this is an older box. But anyways, we're gonna be signing off for now, and I will see you in the next video.